Okay, let's get into the World Cup vibes now. But before that, we introduce our guest this morning. Ayotunde Onambolo is a basketball commentator with Kwesi Sports. Good morning and good to have you.
Good morning, Cici. Good morning, Tayo. Good to be here with you guys.
It's great to have you. I mean, basketball commentator and all that. So we know obviously why you're here. Before we go into that, we're going to continue our countdown to the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. We've already profiled 90 days to go. Cecilia, we get closer.
Yes.
Anobolu, we're getting closer as well too. I imagine you're excited.
I'm so excited. Absolutely excited. Can't wait for that.
Can't wait for that one. 90 days to go to the World Cup. And we've already profiled two stadiums, right? Cecilia, we profiled, first of all, Luzhniki Stadium, which is going to host the final and the opening game. And we did the Kaliningrad Stadium as well, too, when I just going to play our first game against Croatia. Now we're talking about the Kazan Arena.
Yeah. Okay, Kazan Arena. If you take a look at that stadium, I mean, it's big, it's huge. It's going to have some group stages and also a quarterfinal game and also round of 16. So, and this particular stadium, you should see the visuals because when it was built and also the capacity and the games it's going to host. So it's going to host some big games compared to some of the stadiums, but then just going to end in a quarterfinals.
Right. That's what it's going to end. But let's just give you a few information on the stadium. Kazan Arena is located in Kazan, that's the city, and its capacity is 45,379. It cost $439 million to build. That's a lot of money, Ayotunde, right?
I mean, serious money being thrown into the World Cup in Russia just to give a spectacle, especially because of the political undertone, the drug cases and all of that. I'm not surprised they're putting up something very special.
Incredible stuff. And like Cecilia mentioned earlier, it's going to host a few group games between France and Australia. Iran and Spain will also play at the stadium. Poland, Colombia, as well as South Korea versus Germany. And the knockout games is going to be the round of 16 and quarter-final games. So that's it for the Kazan Stadium. We'll continue to profile all the stadiums, 12 in total, before the World Cup kicks off on June the 14th. Where are we going next now? The World Cup, it's busy and it's continuing its tour around the world. Where is it now?
Coveted trophy right now in Cairo. It arrived in Cairo yesterday. A few months ago, Egypt. A few months away from now, Egypt will be in their first World Cup in 28 years. So when it got to the country, you understand, what all the fans expected, just to have a glimpse of what it's going to be like for all of them. And this man, Christian Kerimbo, has been part of it. He was also part of the French national team 1998, a winning squad. So he gathered the highly secured, coveted trophy throughout the whole trophy tour and all that. So right now he's in Egypt, and after here, where's he going to go next? We'll see. But Egypt, remember, had drawn in Group A alongside Russia, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay.
Interesting, Ayotunde. You can imagine what it feels like now in Egypt. First World Cup appearance since 1990. I imagine they're a lot more excited than we are in Nigeria.
I mean, a video trended on social media when they qualified, an elderly man who went straight to his knees and was weeping because he saw his beloved Pharaohs of Egypt get into the World Cup for the first time since 1990. The mood is high. And then you look at the group they are placed in. The guys they are looking, we can get out of this group, can't we?
Russia, Saudi Arabia.
You really want to be an Egyptian if Nigeria did not go to the World Cup. But thankfully, we're also at the World Cup. So, hey.
And talking about Nigeria, good for us. Talking about Nigeria, I mean, former internationals, they're really hopeful of the outing the Super Eagles are going to have, in Russia, knowing that this squad actually qualified for the World Cup effortlessly. Let's listen to JJ now and hear his own opinion.
I think we've got a good chance, but we have to set a realistic target for the team. We don't have to believe that they can go all the way. Of course, that's our wish, but we have to be honest and realize that some of them are going there for the first time, but I think they've got what it takes, to do well. Well, I don't see them as young players anymore because they play almost every week, and they are gathering a lot of experience. And of course, it wasn't a fluke that we qualified with a game to spare. So they've proven themselves. So I think they are ready to go. I don't see them as young players anymore.
They're not young anymore. They're good and they're good to go. That's the level of confidence he's having on this crop of players.
Good to go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just go straight to Anthony quickly. What's your own realistic target for the Super Eagles?
Second round, quarterfinals, I'll be happy.
Second round quarterfinals.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. If we make it beyond the second round, like we've done, we've not gone beyond the second round in 2 attempts.
Right.
If we make it to the quarterfinals this time, it would have been a memorable World Cup for us. Yeah.
Wow. Quarterfinals it is then.
You know what I said earlier? Semi-finals. Okay.
Let's round off the World Cup segment by talking about England. News broke a few days ago that royal family officials will not go to the World Cup. Political tension between Russia and England. But the team, Gareth Southgate, released his list yesterday for the preparatory games, and he says he's staying focused. England, do you think because of these issues that's going on, you think it's going to affect the performances at all?
Well, even when things were very okay between England and whoever was hosting the World Cup, they did not perform. Right. So it has nothing to do with the political tension between both nations. Okay. It has everything to do with the English squad that will be represented there in Russia. Harry Kane is injured. He's going to be facing a race to be fit ahead of the World Cup. Right. He's going to be their talisman. You look at the other guys surrounding them. I think if you're an Englishman right now and you're dreaming as far as some Nigerians are dreaming, you might need to calm down a little bit. Right. Expectations cannot be sky high right now because of the crop of players they have at their disposal.
Okay, we'll see about that when the World Cup kicks off in June. But Gareth Southgate is not bothered. He's staying focused. He's not too worried about what's going on politically between Russia and England.
Clearly, it's a really serious matter and is developing very quickly. You know, my job as the England football manager is to concentrate on the football and prepare the team. So as far as all my briefings and information is, you know, we're preparing to go to the World Cup. There's no doubt in our mind that's what we should be doing. And the only thing that at this stage is of highest importance is safety and security of our players and absolutely of our travelling supporters. So they're the things that we're focused on, really.